Well, grazing back east, and Dad buying polo ponies from the ranch and bringing them up. We rode mostly English and grew up fox hunting, hunter pacing, playing polo. But all those activities, horseback, all involved recreation. And I loved coming to the ranch, and we'd be in a Western saddle, which is a little more comfortable. We'd be in a lot longer hours, but you had a job to do. So you're doing what you love, but there was a focus and a purpose for it, which I found so much more rewarding than just going out there and having fun. Even though I enjoyed that as much, you got even more pleasure by checking heifers and bringing cattle in or working with young horses. You had a reason to be out there.
They had strict rules in those days. You couldn't have liquor on the ranch. You couldn't bring girls on the ranch. And if you did, out you go. The girls weren't allowed on the ranch. And here's the goddaughter, because she loved it so. And when she went to school, she got the horse learned more than she did, because she went to Bennett in New York and had the
I
horse.
always took a horse.
The horse was named Godfather.
I took a horse. And when I went to college, I always took horses and ride them and trained them. A lot of times we'd sell them after the spring of every year. We'd take that horse and sell it, and then I got another one in the fall and work with it throughout the school year. At the ranch, it was a large ranch, talking about the pitchforks, and they had a little room off the cookhouse that was called the hospital room. So if an injured cowboy broke a leg or and couldn't come down from the bunkhouse to get his meals, then he'd move into this little room off the cookhouse. And so that's where I moved into when I was a single girl, because I couldn't move up with the bunkhouse with all the boys. So that's what was my living conditions.
That's what it was. I found that hospital room.
Yeah. I've been serenaded out of that hospital by different cowboys. Yeah. All the other young girls would never come to the barn. They'd always be curlers in their hair, putting makeup on, always inside. They would never even venture out of the house hardly. And that wasn't me. I was always in the barn, getting filthy, dirt everywhere. And so the first summer, my girlfriend and I came, and they put us out at a batch camp, which was a half dugout, no running water, no electricity. It was the middle of summer. They said, give her some crippled horses. Don't even give her good horses. And they gave us 4. And we rode all summer and had the best time. And we had a well that hadn't been used a lot, this old dugout. And they actually told us that before we got there were a lot of dead rats and animals in there. And they just poured a gallon of bleach down that well. And they said they considered it was clean after. We never saw anything, but I guess everything floated down to the bottom. But anyway, we didn't have a bathroom. We had but that's how they thought that would do me in, and I would never want to be back. But it didn't work.
They have a lot of great 4-H programs, and they would send the adults down in April to Abilene, and Texas A&M gave great clinics down there. We spent 3 days down there. It was the best 3 days we ever did. Compound that with the fact that my wife was a horse lover. There's a difference between a horse person that wants to raise good horses and a horse lover. That means they just want to have a bunch of horses. And so we made a deal together that we would cut back the number of horses we had and raise quality horses to improve our program. Then we started getting in the pitchfork horse sales in 1997 when they started holding them again. And we were in the 97 sale, 99, and then we get in it every 3 years, 01, 04, 7, and we're in it this year as well. So now we sell about 20 horses in that sale.
And we have topped the sale.
The last time we topped the sale.
Highest price?
The highest average.
We split it with the 6s, but still.